because men are dedicated to emotionally manipulating women. If women regulate or remove the emotions, you will save your life. Feel your emotions, but don't let them control you. Any circumstance or situation. And why it's so important to be self-aware and aware of others. Because you got to know that most people are fried. They are emotional. They let what somebody else did affect them to the point where they'll treat the next person bad. Okay? So you just learn to regulate your emotions. You can express your emotions, but by yourself, because people don't care. They don't care. They don't care. They just glad you weak. Oh, you showing vulnerability. This weak ass bitch. I really can manipulate her now. I got her right where I want her. Save them tears for another time. You can tell people how you feel. And at the minute they don't respect how you feel, then they don't respect you. And beware of the blame game. Soon as you go to them with a problem, they want to bring up all the problems they had. That don't resolve nothing. We ain't talking about you right now. We talking about me because you didn't come to me when you had the opportunity, so your shit got to come next. As far as dealing with men, usually you are in like a toxic dynamic. Usually you know that. If you are in that dynamic, feel your emotions. Feel them, but that's your business. Okay? You make the best decision. Sometimes you may feel an emotion, but express how you feel if you're looking for a resolution. If you're not looking for a resolution, and what I mean by that is if you got to the point where this mug just not listening, ain't nothing happening, he dragging you along, wasting time. If you said it once, they heard you. And that's a sad thing. We usually grieve them before we leave the relationship. We grieve the relationship, right? Grieve it by yourself. Never show your weakness. Never. They can't sit still anyway, so you got plenty time to just wait it out and, feel your and express your emotions alone. And then even with that, you'll be in a better place to make a decision. You don't have to make decisions right away. You want to be sure. You want to be sure so that you'll know that you never visit that shit again. You can't hold your emotions in because that affects your health. It darkens your heart. That's why hurt people because they got suppressed emotions, and they just don't know how to control them. They get triggered fast. It affects your immune system holding in emotions. People get sick, and a lot of health problems are basically from emotions being suppressed for years. A lot of unprocessed emotion. It started making you look all crusty, like them. It started making you look too crusty and stuff. Okay, so definitely express your emotions, but again, that's your personal business. Emotions are really just signaling, It's just a signal to tell you, how you feeling, but expressing them is another thing. It's another story. Because these men play on your emotions. They start the emotional manipulation first. Because it's the easiest way to manipulate a woman, because they know that they can get you emotionally attached through sex. They're going to get you emotionally attached through sex. So if you regulate your emotions or remove the emotions when you're dealing with them, then you will be able to leave the dynamic faster. And the faster you realize that you're being manipulated, the better it is just to leave, because depending on how demonic this person is, and if they continue to feed their minds up with lust, perversion, that makes their souls darker. Okay? And so it could potentially lead to physical abuse, financial abuse. I mean, manipulation already psychological abuse, to all forms of abuse. And it could lead to severe mental illness. You don't want to be mentally ill behind no damn man. Okay, so get into it. Regulate your emotions. You can still love, baby, because I still love. I'm a big old lover. But I'm a bigger lover of myself. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. The negative emotions that you feel, after you express them and stuff, the feeling don't go away. So you supposed to, learn from that experience, take the negative emotions you feel, pour them into creativity, whatever your creative pursuits are, whatever, however, whatever whatever difference you want to make in the world. You just pour all the negativity into a positive action, positive pursuit, something that's gonna make you money. Okay, thank them later. I thank them for their sacrifices. Okay.